If I had to start my gaming channel from scratch today, there's one thing I'd do completely differently, and it has nothing to do with thumbnails, editing, or how often you upload, because what I'm about to share in this video is the only reason why you're not getting views. I know this because I spent 5 years making this exact mistake on my own channel, so by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what that mistake is and how to fix it. So here's my story. I grew a gaming channel to almost 11,000 subscribers, and from the outside, that probably sounds fine, especially because most gaming channels struggle to reach 1,000 subscribers, but the channel was a mess. I started my first gaming channel playing an MMO back in 2020, creating helpful tips and guides, and I was seeing good progress, getting the channel monetized in about 2 or 3 months of consistent posting. But then I made a huge mistake that almost every gaming creator makes, and that was I got bored of playing that game and I switched to a different one. Now in my head, I figured I had just gained 1,000 plus subscribers and all of them would follow me to the next game. So I'm feeling on top of the world because my whole goal was always to be able to upload gameplay videos that get a lot of views, not creating guides, tutorials, or helpful tips. And so with my newfound viewership, I decided to upload a match of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. But to my surprise, the first video I posted completely flopped. I went from getting on average around 2,000 views to getting a tenth of that being 200 views. Now the story goes so much deeper with me switching between numerous games and honestly having decent success with a lot of them after posting a few videos in the new game. But I came to the realization that the reason why most gaming channels struggle to get views is because they're not building their channel around a specific audience. So in my case, and in a lot of yours, every single time I switched games, the same thing happened. My new video would get way less views despite the fact that the content was good, because what actually was happening was that the subscribers I had built from the old game didn't care about the new one. So when YouTube pushed my new videos out, it was pushing them to an audience that wasn't interested. And when those people didn't click, YouTube stopped pushing my video and then the video died. And the same thing would happen if they did click. They would watch for a very short amount of time, which destroyed the watch time on that video, and YouTube would then again stop pushing that video out. So I tried privating my old videos, but it slowed things down even more because I had just wiped out years of data. And if you do go that route, kind of side note, always unlist a video if you know you're gonna like switch niches indefinitely. Always unlist, never private, always unlist. But when I started posting new videos again in a different game, the underlying problem was still the same. I could not remove the subscribers who were now getting notifications for videos they never cared about. And I did this for 5 years, and that's how long it took me to realize that the problem wasn't the content, it wasn't the game, it was the fact that I never defined who I was building my channel for in the first place. Because a better approach in my case, because I was playing games in multiple different genres, would have been to just completely start a new channel that was focused around one game and one audience. And in the case of like having a true variety channel, it's better to be still focused around one audience that still cares about the core of the topic that you're talking about, regardless of whatever game you're playing. And that's the thing I wish someone had told me earlier, that you cannot fix the problem by making better videos. You fix this problem before you even start your channel in the first place. So now I'm going to give you a simple framework so that you can define who your audience is so that you don't start your channel wrong like I did. But first I want to address something, because if you ask most gaming creators who their audience is, they'll say something like Warzone players or Fortnite players or Minecraft players. That's not necessarily wrong, but it's not useful either, because the game is not an audience. A game is like a location, and inside every game there are completely different types of players who want completely different things. For example, inside of Warzone, you have snipers, you have aggressive players, you have people that grind rank, you have casual players, you have controller players, you have keyboard and mouse players, you have players that want to learn how to get better, you have players that only want to play on the big map, you have players that only enjoy Resurgence or like Rebirth Island, and the list goes on. All of these people play the same game, but they want completely different things. So for the hundreds of thousands of gaming channels that struggle to get views, the problem is that they stop at the game level. On the other hand, successful creators go 1 and most of the time 2 levels deeper. So here's a simple test. If your audience can be replaced with just the name of the game, then it's too broad. For example, Warzone players is too broad, Minecraft players is too broad, GTA players is still too broad. If your audience is just the name of the game, you're describing the entire player base, not an audience. So then how do you actually define your audience? There are 4 questions I like to ask before defining my audience. And question 1 is, who are you trying to attract? So I want you to think demographics like age and gender. Location doesn't matter too much, but mainly age and gender. Then I want you to think about their gamer identity. Are you trying to attract a competitive player, a casual player, a dad? Are you trying to attract a person who likes weird builds like build testers, achievement hunters, speed runners, lore fans, challenge runners, rank grinders? There's a lot of different people you could attract. I want you to get specific about the type of player, not just the game they play. Question 2, what do they want? And this is where your video ideas come from. Competitive players want to rank up and win more. Build testers want weird builds, hidden builds, and broken builds. Controller players want proof the controller works, especially if it's like a keyboard and mouse dominant game, and even vice versa. If it's a controller dominant game, does keyboard and mouse work? They also want settings. They might want aiming improvement tips and tricks. Every type of player has a specific thing they're trying to accomplish. So your videos are the answer to that question. And quick side note, this applies whether you have an educational channel, gaming channel, or like an entertainment gaming channel, which most of us are trying to build an entertainment gaming channel. Question number 3, why would they come back? This is the one most creators get wrong, because most would say they come back for the game, but they could watch the game anywhere. There are thousands of channels covering the exact same game you're covering. So the right answer is something more specific. They come back because they want to see unusual builds. They come back because they want tips that make them better. They come back because they want to watch a tactical sniper gameplay with hilarious commentary. And this is your channel identity, the reason they come back, which kind of brings us into question number 4. What makes you different from everyone else playing the same game? But this is why having a personality also helps you a lot, because you could have 2 channels creating unusual builds, but the presentation and the personality of the 2 creators will differ. Some people might like your style over another creator's, and then they come back to only watch you. And the reason why all of this matters more than anything else you could improve on your channel, like thumbnails and video editing, is because people don't subscribe to games. They subscribe to the identities. Nobody subscribes to a channel because they enjoy Warzone. They subscribe because your channel provides something they're looking for, whether that be education or entertainment. That's the actual reason they come back. And once you understand that, everything becomes a lot easier, because suddenly you stop asking what video should I make, and you start asking what does my specific viewer want to see next. And when you can answer that question clearly, everything else gets easier. Video ideas get easier, titles get easier, thumbnails get easier, and then YouTube doesn't have to guess who to show your videos to, because every upload is clearly made for the exact same type of person. And that is what builds momentum. Not better editing, not more uploads. It's a clear audience that YouTube can find over and over again. So before you film your next video, answer those 4 questions, write them down, because once you know exactly who you're making videos for, the rest of this becomes a lot simpler. But if you're struggling to come up with video ideas after understanding who your audience is, then watch this video next.